How would you like to be part of the Full Well Project? That's right, you. How would it sound if I turn your story into shareable art? See, your story is already a work of art, and there's strength that someone needs that can only be found in your story. Help me to help you share it with love letters. Submit your story of joy, triumph, heartache, struggle, love, loss, elation, depression, and everything in between. Whether you share a synopsis of your life story, an awesome thing that just happened, random thoughts you're chewing on, questions you may have, or if you just want to vent about your day, share it all. This is a safe place. You can share your name or choose not to. Just be as honest as possible. In return, I'll respond with a song, love letter, poem, photograph, or a combination of any of them. Then, I'll share that art with you while encouraging other people along the way. Co-create with me by clicking the Love Letters link in the description and let your voice be heard today. Again, click the Love Letters link in the description, share your story with me, and let's co-create something beautiful to help other people along their way. Okay? Hi, everybody. Happy New Year. Happy 2020. Yay. Y'all, we're in a whole new decade. I'm actually recording this in 2019. Christmas has just passed. I'm down here in Florida RVing with my husband. We got to spend time with my grandmother, but it's just crazy that we're about to be in a new decade, right? Or I guess at the time you're listening to this, we're in a new decade, and I'm sure it's going to feel the same as 2019. But I'm just really excited about it because, I don't know, like with New Year's, call me, all the things, call me corny, but I love New Year's. It's just a time to set new intentions. It's a time to refocus and get back to what's what, to pay attention to the important things and cut away all the extra fluff. So if you listen to the last podcast, I took a much needed break. So all of November and December, I have not been creating anything for the Full Well Project. I actually haven't been creating anything on my own at all for the last 2 months. Again, if you refer back to the episode, I really suggest you listen to it. It's about taking your life in seasons. So I use the example about gardening. And if you're a gardener, then you understand. If you work with plants or just anything in general, you understand that everything happens in cycles. Everything happens in seasons. And if you don't let your land rest, your soil rest, then you're going to take all the nutrients out of your land, and therefore your harvest or your fruit or your vegetables or whatever you're producing aren't going to be healthy. And in the same way, as humans, if we don't take the rest that we need, then the things that we're going to create are going to be subpar. They're going to be, flawed and tacky and half put together. And to avoid that altogether, I just took a break. I took a step back. It was my winter season. We talked about the 4 seasons and how they look in your life. And for me, for the Full Well Project, I was in my winter season. I needed a break. I needed to sit down with myself. I needed to refocus. I needed to rest. I had a whole bunch of photo projects to get done. It was a pretty crazy time. But I'm glad I took the break. I was able to be present with my family, with my friends. I was able to be supportive to the friends that I need to be supportive of. I was able to link up with friends and family, just be 100% present and not worried about work, right? And I get it, this is a passion project of mine. So I also understand, with work, it's not the same. You can't just I'm going to check out for these 2 months and not do anything. If you own your own business, that's awesome because then you can. But for people who work 9 to 5s, it's not really that simple. But I really implore you to find the time that you can rest in your schedule and make sure you take advantage of that. And so I wanted to follow my own advice and take a break. And so I thank you guys for waiting for me. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for rocking with me this far. It is season 2. We are in season 2 of the Full Well Project, guys. I am so, so, so excited. This year, this second season, I have so many things planned for us. I have so many things I want to share with y'all that I can't wait to share with you all. Before we get into all that, happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, Merry Christmas. If you don't celebrate the holidays, I'm just glad you're here. Glad you made it another year, y'all. We made it another year, and that's something to celebrate. So I want to give this time for celebration and just reflection on the past 10 years of life. That's crazy. Oh, so much has happened in the last 10 years. I can't even, some things I don't even want to revisit, but I'm so glad that we're finally in a new year. So what's coming up for the Full Well Project? So this is just kind of a welcome back intro for those who've never heard of the podcast, who are joining us for the first time. If you're joining us for the first time, thank you so much. If you're returning, thank you so much. Again, I implore you to listen to the previous episodes. I think they're really helpful. Again, the last episode was about taking your life in seasons, and it's important to know what season you are in life so that you can operate the best way. Okay, so y'all might hear some noise in the background. I'm sorry. Me and my husband, like I said, we're RVing, and we're currently in a parking lot in Florida. It's raining, so I'm in here recording, but it's also hot, so I have to leave the window open. So y'all might hear some extra noise, so please forgive me for that. I hope it's not too distracting, and yeah, and I hope that you all can take something away from this episode. Okay, so coming up, as you heard before the episode started, yep, here goes another car. As you heard before the episode started, I'm starting a new project called Love Letters. What is Love Letters? If you didn't get it from the advertisement, let me know so I can re-record an intro for that. But essentially, I would love for you to share your stories, your thoughts, your questions, things you're thinking about, struggles in your life, some loss, some gain, anything in your life that you find worth sharing or that you may not find worth sharing. Share it with me. Send me an email at thefullwellproject at gmail.com. Actually, no, not that website. You can send it there too, but there's actually a link in the description where you can fill out a form. And so in that form, you can fill it out. You can enter your information. You can copy and paste something if you want to write it the right way. And then you'll submit it to me. I will take your story. I will read it. I will process it, and I will turn your story into art. I will respond with art. I will either write a song for you. I will or I will take a photo, write a poem. What else? Write a love letter in return to you, just of encouragement. And then I'll take that art and I'll share it with the world, or the world as in whoever listens to the podcast or follows me. So yes, I will share it with them. You can put in the email or in the form if you want to remain anonymous or not. For some people who don't want to remain anonymous, I will share your story. I will share your story with other people because I feel like there's power in me too, right? It's always like depression has a way of making you feel like you're the only one going through something. It has a way of making you feel like no one else understands you, that you're isolated. But when you start to have conversations with other people, when you start communing with other people, hearing other people's stories, reading other people's stories, looking at their art, listening to it, you find that you're not alone, that it's not an isolated experience that you're experiencing, but rather there are probably millions of people going through something similar to what you're going through, right? And so the goal for this project really is just to co-create with you, to keep me creating. I find that I need a reason to create. So if you didn't know, I'm a multi-passionate artist or multi-hyphenated, whatever you want to call it. I do a lot of things. So I'm a photographer. I am a writer, a singer, songwriter, podcaster, and I have a lot of different things I want to focus on. But for me, it's really hard to stay on track when I feel like I'm not creating for anything. I want to feel like my art makes a difference. I want to feel like my art impacts people. And if I'm making art for someone specific, it helps me put a face to it. It helps me to stay clear and to create for this person, right? So it'll help me be disciplined. It'll help me hold myself accountable and other people hold me accountable. And then also in return, which would make me feel amazing, is that other people would feel heard and would feel like they're not alone and would feel encouraged, you know? And sometimes encouragement, all that is like, dang, somebody else feels this the way I feel. That's half the battle, right? So please, 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 I beg you, send me your stories. Check out the link in the description for the form. If you can't find the form, that's fine. Just email me at thefullwellproject@gmail.com. Again, that's thefullwellproject@gmail.com. And just in the subject, put love letters. And that's loved with a D, love letters, because I want everyone to know that they are loved. You know, like they're loved. And I'm going to try to get to as many people as possible. I'm going to read it on here on the podcast for you guys, or play the song, or share the photo on our Instagram page. Also, if you would like to receive the love letters, even if you don't submit anything, if you just want to keep up, sign up at the link below. Sign up for the email list so that I can send you every love letter I do or do not share on the air, on the podcast. That way you'll stay encouraged, you'll stay happy. And, you know, it just feels good to know that people are doing good, that are feeling good, that people are being heard, that you're not alone. So yeah. So that's that for the love letters. If you have any more questions, please feel free to email me. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, on all the things. Instagram and Facebook. I think those are the only two things I'm on. So Instagram is The Full Well Project. On Facebook, you can find me at Alicia Renice the Artist. And Alicia Renice the Artist, my stuff will populate and pop up. You can also follow us on Facebook at The Full Well Project. And I'll try to be more intentional about posting there. So that's the first thing. That's the first thing that's coming up this season. Also this season, I have interviews for you guys. I have great interviews with great people. My friends are dope. Like, I have interviewed so many people over the last year. I was waiting for the right time to release it. I wanted to make sure I had enough interviews to share with you guys on a consistent basis. Now, I'm interviewing people who are doing amazing things in their spaces. And they may not be famous. They may not be super well known, but they are super impactful and super amazing, right? So artists, singers, business owners, pharmacists, who make music. Like, I have a wide range of interviews I'm ready to share with y'all, and I'm so excited about that. So coming up next month, I'm going to start the series. Basically, I interviewed a whole bunch of my friends who are doing great things, like I said, and who are willing to share their stories with you. And hopefully you can find encouragement from it. We talk about everything from like depression to suicide to losing parents to creating when you don't feel like it to like feeling like you're an imposter or not being, or that you're not good enough, to dealing with low self-esteem, talking about a myriad of things, like being homeless as a child. Like, there are some amazing people doing amazing things, and I'm so excited to share those things with you all. So that's the second thing. The third thing is that I'm going to bring you better content. And so, like I said before, I took a break because I wanted to make sure that my stuff was being impactful. And so what I found is that if I keep the episodes shorter, if I keep the episodes either at a bi-weekly basis or shorter, or just shorter episodes, either or, I can create better content for you guys. Like I said, I'm juggling a lot of things, and so I don't want this to feel laborious. I don't want this to feel long or long-winded. I want you guys to actually get something impactful from it, And so to remove all the fluff and all the extra work, I'm actually moving the episodes to become a little bit shorter than they were last season. So last season, they may have run from like 30 to 40 minutes. I think this season I'm going to run from like 15 to 30 minus the interviews, just so you guys have better content and just help me to create better content for you. Okay? In the meantime, make sure you're following us at all the social media platforms. Again, Instagram, The Full Well Project, Facebook, The Full Well Project, or Alicia Renice. And be sure to follow me on YouTube. This is something new. So I'm going to start putting the episodes up on YouTube, so you can listen there, follow along there. And also follow along with all the other projects I'm doing for the Full Well Project. So if you didn't know, the Full Well Project is actually an umbrella of other projects, right? The Full Well Project is the umbrella, and underneath I have other projects that I'm doing. I have another podcast called Black Girls Make Music. That's the story of Black girls and their music. So I share my story, but also the stories of other Black women making music or in the music industry. I have a YouTube page called, again, Alicia Renice the Artist, and under there I have all the things. Again, the love letters, that's a part of the Full Well Project. So I'm trying to merge everything together, make everything more streamlined, less complicated, for you, but also for me, just make life easier. Okay? So again, I'm sorry if y'all hear noise. I'm in the parking lot. Please excuse me. So yeah, so again, thank you so much for following up. Thank you so much for coming back. Thank you for joining me for the first time. I pray that y'all find something inspirational here, that you find something helpful. Again, I am Alicia Renice. I am a photographer, a singer, songwriter, writer, just artist, multi-passionate artist. I just do what I feel. I like doing things, and I want to connect with you. So again, please submit your love letters. Please follow us on all the places. And again, I'll be back next week with another episode with y'all. Okay? So until next episode, thank y'all so much for following the Full Well Project. If you didn't, the Full Well Project, the whole point of it is that you would know full well that you're wonderfully made, that you're beautifully made, that you are a work of art, that you are loved, that you are cared for, that you are like fawned over. You know what I'm saying? Like, God made you. You are priceless. You're priceless to him. And even when people treat you like trash, just know, like, they're mere people. Like, they're humans. And I know that humans can hurt us, but they're not God. God created you because he needed you here. He didn't have to create you. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I want people to know that full well. And I'm hoping that I can share that message and that sentiment through all the stories and all the things that I share here at the Full Well Project. So thank you again so much. Love you guys. Talk to y'all on the next episode, okay? Bye.